So here we have a pair of Yeezy pods in black, and this is a pair of or piece of footwear that I've been trying to get for quite a while now, and it's been I suppose a 10-month debacle. And not to put a dampener on the sneaker, that obviously I'm going to put that to the side, but just in general what I found is when they were first announced, I did pre-order a pair, and the reason being is I wanted to support, I suppose, Kanye West and his Yeezy line in terms of being sort of independent and, you know, going out there and doing their own thing, really, which is I think very admirable as far as I'm concerned. So that's the reason why I kind of got them, and obviously I was intrigued by the footwear. And they were priced at $200 at the time, which was extortionate. And by, I think, when was it, in February, they then sort of discounted them to $20. I asked to sort of cancel my order, well, to also actually sort of ask for a refund. They did actually end up cancelling the order, and then I ordered off the Los Angeles Archive website because I still wanted to sort of check them out. I know like the reviews haven't been great for them. So here they are, and these came in a few days, so shout out to Los Angeles Archive. I'm not sure if they're the same as supplier as, you know, what Yeezy use themselves, but that's the kind of state of it. So I'll try not to obviously go into that too much, but I did have a bit of a fight to try and get these. And obviously they were, like I said, originally released in 2023, so that was when the pre-order started back in sort of December time. And this is I suppose what they were calling a lifestyle footwear, so it's very much, you know, meant to be that kind of minimalist type footwear design, where, you know, it's I suppose a piece of footwear for everyone. And these were designed by Kanye West and Stephen Smith, and it looks like they were working on these for about a good part of a year and a half, and trying to get the perfect you know, piece of footwear working. So with the details, it comes in a black colour, and what I noticed with the black is not completely pitch black dark. It's got almost like a brown tint to it if you look at it under the light, but you know, you wouldn't notice that yourself. It's mainly when you look at it under the light. And these have what I think is a rubber outsole. From what I'm feeling, it's not too much of a foaminess going on. There's no sort of softness. It feels very sort of tough. There's a little bit of give to it, but not too much. And it also has this knit and stretchy upper. I don't think it's neoprene, or maybe it is neoprene, I don't know, but it's got obviously a stretchy vibe to it. When you have it on foot, I don't feel like tension. And the price for these were about £20, so this is like basically if I took, you know, the money that I paid for it, I think it was like about $14–15 that it worked out to, but by the time I add in shipping and taxes, it was about £20, which is about $25. So comfort and sizing, these are on the firm side. There's nothing, you know, special going on, like I said, because of the cushioning. There's nothing, you know, comforting about them. And obviously there's no arch support, so you can sort of see that here. It's got two pieces of rubber outsole to support your foot. And there's only 3 sizes, and I picked the lowest size. Initially when I ordered them back in December, I did order a size 2, but then later found out that, you know, you're best to go with the smaller size, and this pretty much what I'd say, you know, fit me perfectly. And because of its sock-like structure, there's no wear in time with these. And in terms of the grip, it's kind of standard stuff. There's nothing special going on here. It seems fine, but I wouldn't be like wearing them in, I suppose, wet conditions. So with the look and style, obviously it's got like minimalist styling. It's nothing, you know, again, too great going on in terms of how it looks and what it's doing. It's supposed to be quite sort of minimal. And for me, I was kind of thinking of sort of the use cases for this, and it's one of those ones where if you're going on holiday or if you're traveling, so, you know, I can think of, like, you know, if I was on the plane, for example, this is kind of the thing that I would wear, you know, on the plane, because I don't really like wearing shoes when I'm on the plane, and also when you're checking out and going through security and that kind of stuff. You know, you can just have these on feet, and they're quite sort of, you know, one of those pieces of footwear that you can just sort of show, you know, you've got nothing in the trainer or in the sock. So, you know, it's quite sort of, like I said, low profile for that reason, and just for that reason, they are sort of comfortable, because obviously they've got nothing going to them, you know, in terms of the materials, and there's no fatigue sort of set in. And, you know, even if you're on holiday as well, and you're in hot weather, and, you know, you don't really want to wear shoes, and this is obviously another one. And it was also probably good for, you know, say if you have something like a Nike Calm sandal, which I've reviewed on the channel, and I can sort of see myself, you know, basically using those, strapping them in, and walking around in all day. And then when I get, back to the hotel room, whatever, just walking around in these, and it's almost like walking around barefoot. So it's a good thing for that kind of stuff. And if you can find the sort of right kind of application for it, then it would work. And I would also say it's great for people who have like feet issues. So there's people out there that have problems, with their feet, whether it's sort of circulation with the blood, or things like arthritis, that kind of stuff. So and I don't like, usually what I find is people like that don't like having too much pressure on their forefoot area. So this is another good thing. I think my only thing would be, obviously this is a stretchy piece of fabric, so it may not suit a lot of people, but it's definitely worth trying out if you don't really get on with shoes or any kind of footwear. And for that reason, because it's just a sock, it's mainly for spring, summertime in my opinion. And again, it's just a casual wear type piece of footwear. Like I said, I could see myself wearing them around in the house, maybe even like, using them for flexibility class or like yoga classes, that kind of stuff. Because they're very minimalist, and I think the grip would be holding up okay for that kind of activity as well, I guess. So with the final thoughts, I do like the minimalist design. I think it's just one of those things that I suppose is applauded to try something different and unique. And obviously makes them sort of lightweight as well, because it's just a very sort of thin piece of sock-like material. And the cost obviously coming in at £20, $15. It's the cost for this isn't that great, so it's worth trying even if you're not going to wear them that often. And the cons, I think obviously comfort, not amazing. It's just very flat. But if you want something to wear around the house, or the sort of uses that I've just explained earlier, then obviously it's a good thing. And obviously there's going to be sizing inconsistencies. I went for the lowest size, and this fits me pretty much perfect. But I know for other people it may not have that same kind of feel. And if you're sort of more on the lower side of a size 2, for example, then I'd probably just go for a size 1 if I'm honest. But I'm a UK size 7 or a US size 8. And I chose a size 1, and this one fits me perfectly. I think if I went for the size 2, which is what was the guidance on their website, then I think you probably would end up with something a bit too big for you. And obviously it's got a polarising look. I mean, at the end of the day, it does look like you're wearing socks, so if you're not a fan of that, then obviously you're not going to be too happy wearing these. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style a 3 out of 5. They're not a looker, that's for sure. They're more of a utility type piece of footwear. And that's why the comfort as well is going to give it a 3. It's nothing, again, special going on, but I'm not going to sort of say it's horrible. Obviously it's basically like wearing a sock. Quality, I'll give it a 5. Reason being, what else can you expect for $20? And the same for the price as well, so 5. But overall, I'm going to give it a 3. Because it's of limited uses in terms of when and where you'd wear them. I think that's what makes this a bit of a conundrum as to to recommend highly. And I think it's mainly for the uses that I've kind of explained earlier. In my eyes, I don't think it's something that you'd wear every day. So so just you got to pick whether this is suitable for what you want really.